Xena is the
Ah,
place where there are a lot of good people. Finish.
Sandhya.
You just said it, then people will say, why? In other places, there are bad people or what? So, we'll need to specify instead of good, which is very subjective, well-meaning people together. That's it. Getting,
Yeah.
a place where there are a lot of well-meaning people brought together for, exchange of thoughts or views or entertainment or whatever, 2 or 3 things that we can put together. Yeah. Or for the greater good of the nation. Well-meaning people brought together for the greater good of the nation.
Didi has become quiet.
Huh? No, I'm
Ah,
not. I've got a very bad covering from a bad bout of.
throw some views, observation, because this
I think you
foundation
said it.
construction.
Now let us wait for the others to comment.
ठीक है, till the time others are coming in, I'll have to make
We have
individual phone
reminded
calls.
them. We have reminded them.
No, I have to call them up. Reminded them means.
On that group that we are all live. We are online now.
So you
Sometimes.
just write over there. I have logged in through my Android.
Yeah.
So if I exit from my
No,
screen.
wait. Let me write.
I saw your message.
Also, when well-meaning people get together, you can also restrict it just to getting to know each other, where we already started doing some podcasts and things like that. So in order to get to know each other, then there are personal goals that everybody has and purpose in life. If we put all those people who have certain goals, some people just want to chill, they don't want, they've been there, done that, and abhi wapas kuch nahi karna hai. So many may be in that zone. What we were just discussing was this Xena club.
Yes,
what should be the purpose which we should tell people for which they should join? Okay, from either from the within the Xena family or from outside, wherever. What should be that one reason we are getting together? So we were saying that a lot of good people, if they get together, कुछ तो अच्छा होगा, मतलब सब लोग मिलेंगे तो कुछ तो will come up to it. So we were suggesting if we should put down what is the objective. Is it entertainment? Is it nation building, nation first? Is it health? Is it well-being? Is it exchange of thoughts? Is it group discussions? क्या करना है? According to you, what would you like to see happen?
See, at the end of the day, what matters is what everyone else is going to benefit. If nobody gets any benefit,
Right.
I don't see anybody would be interested.
Right.
So I have to undergo metamorphosis of my earlier idea that returning to society what you got, that bullshit doesn't really work in life. So it has to be something which attracts everyone, like somebody gets a benefit. Make it interesting, beneficial, professionally beneficial, mental development, peace of mind. I mean, co-working, making contacts. It has to include everything that would interest uh, the members and everyone. That's the only way you can attract. Nobody has the time. Nobody has the time unless they're getting something out of it.
Yeah, some value
Yeah, some value, yes, value for money.
and time. Value
And
for time, value for
time
money.
also, yes. Yes, that's the thing. You have to make it attractive for all of them that they're getting something worthwhile.
Mm. That's what we were saying, that there is Rotary, there is, Inner Wheel and so many other things where people go for not for profit,
Not for profit.
supporting
No,
but that is
but
not
no,
why
no.
we are here for the Xena.
But the end of the day, I reached a position from a membership of Lions Club to the deputy governor. I mean, like we had a huge budget, huge everything. Even there, at the end of the day, everyone is somebody looking to climb up the social ladder, somebody looking for business contacts. It's that facade is social meeting, everything. But at the end of the day, if you're not getting any value, nobody's going to spend the time.
Yeah, agree.
I mean, you'll be surprised that many people joined the Lions Club because they thought they could getting a visa for America was very easy. We had governorship at Illinois, so the governor could take up to 20 people, and people would say, I mean, why pay 5 lakh for a visa? Those were tough days. They said,
Right.
okay, the visa is easy for us. One visit and we come back. Then second time, the visa is very easy for us, American visa. So there's always some intent, some desire to move on or get something. That is what we have to offer them.
Yeah.
See, I've attended many meetings where I paid for things and everything. When they get everything free, they don't appreciate it also.
Correct.
They don't
Yeah,
appreciate
that's
it.
true.
If they spend a few pennies, if they send a few pennies out of their pocket, they'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
We could sell it like this, the fact that there's a membership closed. So everyone piles on to India International Center, Habitat Center, Gymkhana Club.
Mm.
They may be wanting money. They might have 20 vacancies, but they'll say, no, for 20 years, no vacancy. That's also selling.
That's right. We are an exclusive club of 100,
Yeah.
or say that, if you're an exclusive club of 100,
Yes.
and then we open for the next 100 only after 2 years, for example.
2 years, yes. Yes,
Right?
absolutely. People will die. They'll want to pay extra money.
And so if you say, something like that, where there is exclusivity, that is a value proposition.
That's a value, yes.
Yeah.
And those 100 will have to then speak and feel that, yes, right now, let's say the Xena Club, like he was saying earlier, somebody was proposing 5,000 rupees or whatever, some amount, right, which is a membership fee. But we are only going to exclusively take 100 people, but across, and it's going to be the first exclusive online club, for example, okay,
Yes.
or in-person club. In-person means then every city should have people. Otherwise, it will not work, right?
Yes.
Wherever they are coming from. So international, national, and so on.
Do you know the entrance fee when Habitat started was 500 rupees?
Which one?
When India Habitat started booking, taking on bookings, it was 500 rupees.
Wow.
Bikaner House.
Yeah.
Now one of the most. Are you a Delhi based, ma'am?
So I have lived in UP. I've studied in Pilani. Know Delhi very well. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now Bikaner House is today one of the most exclusive I mean art joints, art function places.
Right.
Royal Palace of Bikaner.
Right.
I mean my membership, when I got the membership, was 5,000 rupees.
Wow.
I think today people are willing to pay 5 lakhs.
No, same here. Even in Bangalore Club, I'm based
Yeah.
right now in
Or
Bangalore,
that
but
Bodo Club.
yeah,
That's a
Koramangala
beautiful.
Club. There are no
Uh,
memberships available. There
I
is
know.
nothing,
I know. I
you
love
know.
it. I love that
Hi,
place.
Chavi.
Uh,
Welcome.
Good
I just
evening.
texted it. Good
Hi.
evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Shavi.
Yeah, good evening.
So if we okay, so this is one other way I have seen in Dubai, even in Jumeirah Beach Club or any of the other.
Yeah.
A club initially associates themselves with a group of, let's say, 3 venues, okay, which
yes.
are top quality. Let's say
Yeah.
we only meet in the Taj, for example. I'm just giving you an example, right? So so that is also one way of starting to build exclusivity, other than the restrictive number. And so, Chavi, we are just discussing how to position Xena Club as an exclusive, it may be an online club or an
Okay.
in-person club and
may,
so on. Yeah.
may I may I may I
Okay.
may I have the temerity to intervene? Never had
Yes.
the courage with my wife. She wouldn't let me speak. But you're a fine lady. Give me a chance. I'll share with you
Sure.
a very vivid experience. I mean, experience which has remained vivid in my mind for a long time. I did some work for Giorgio Armani, and
Okay.
and he gave me a. That time I was working for that project was with some other lawyer, but he was very happy. He gave me a 3-day trip to Dubai. Now you'd be
Yeah.
surprised. He put me up at Burj Al Khalifa. Burj
Correct.
Khalifa.
Burj
Yeah.
Khalifa.
Yeah, he's got his residence, got his hotel there.
Correct.
What
Correct.
he did, he gave me one side of the fountain side, the other side Rotara side. I think that time the tariff was about 88,000.
Right.
But he made it very exclusive. And one night he put me up at Burj Al Arab. He paid for it. That was, I
Okay.
think, 3 lakhs or something.
Okay.
What he did was trying to impress upon me that at Burj Al Arab we have all the shine and gold like the Venetian casino of Las Vegas and the other Macau. But
Correct.
the exclusivity is that of Armani Hotel, I mean, like in Burj Al Khalifa.
Correct.
And it was there. I mean, I loved being there. I
Yes.
hated being there at the thing. Although the tariff was different, everything. Because everything in Armani Hotel, Burj Al Khalifa was totally different, very, very exclusive.
Right. Right.
And there it was all money, show off, rich money, oil money, everything like that. But he
True.
showed that exclusivity matters.
Yeah. No, absolutely right. So we used to live very close to Burj Al Arab. And
Oh,
that time, at some point in time, that was the only 7-star hotel. But
yeah,
now
yeah,
they are upping the ante more and more and more. So
yeah.
in terms of Xena, let's say you call it
Uh,
Xena 100, for example. Okay.
yeah.
And Xena 100 is this exclusive club of people who meets at some palace once a year. You know, look
Uh-huh.
at some Jodhpur palace or some Rajasthan palace where they meet.
Yeah.
So that is, so you're cutting off people with money. Okay, so the thing is exclusivity,
Yes.
luxury, and so on. The
Yeah.
other, then what happens is all the
I
luxury.
would go in for members who go in for exclusivity rather than the shine of the lucre and the shine of the gold.
Yeah. So the other thing which I understand is there are a lot of IIT, IIM, intellectual people, you know, who are working. So there was
But they
another
won't
idea.
they won't have the money to pay, no?
वो तो इसीलिए this has to be exclusive from some other point of view then, if it
Yes,
is
yes,
not money, right?
yes.
So it has to be. So the other idea that was thrown was, shall we have a purpose which is more working towards bringing the nation first, or a trillion economy, going towards something really large, how we can contribute to that?
Personally, would be my first choice.
Yeah, because we are on a growth trajectory right now.
Yes,
If
yes.
these are all intellectual and people who have done well, how can we take the country forward
Yes.
in a very, very strong manner quickly? If that
Yes.
works, then exclusive 100, but working as a think tank.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we can, even think tank is a great 100 people, exclusive 100 in a think tank for nation first. So those are 3 words.
Yes.
One is exclusivity, then think tank, because it's all intellectuals, and then bringing purpose, being nation first.
Yes. Intellectual orgasm.
Ah, I love that. But it shouldn't just be an orgasm which finishes and then you're tired after
Without
that.
any-
No, it has to be multiple.
Well, yes, 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 yes. Yes.
Chavi, any ideas from you?
Chavis is muted.
Yeah, hi, Anji. No, I'm just listening to y'all, and I think we're calling it a club, or do we want to call it a forum, or is it going to be a club, or is it going to be
For me,
It is up to us. It is up to us
It's-
what we want to call
Yeah,
it.
that's what. So what is the positioning? What is it that we are expecting out of it? And what is in it for others? See, more than anything, and having been a banker and from the financial services, there's always got to be something, in it for everyone. Otherwise, simply
On offer.
because simply there are too many clubs, forums.
Yeah,
We
agree.
have membership, we have loyalty programs, we have, why I'm saying this, I'm being the, I'm, as an outsider, I'm looking at what we are saying, and being part, all of us here, I'm sure, are part of various forums, various platforms, various organizations.
Clubs.
Yeah? And so today I think in this whole clutter, very, very important to one, what is it that's making this stand out? So what is that one thing? Only that can basically, because I have realized, see, we are all, I am also part of so many other forums. And all the time, everyone's always questioning why. Even taking a membership, like I am, in the managing committee of Delhi Management Association, just simply a life membership of 11,000, no one wants to pay.
Yeah.
And it is, why I'm giving you this example, because it's DMA, and DMA is older than IMA actually.
Mm.
It's in its 67th year. And this is the question everyone asks, what, 11,000. And now, see, look at that figure. In the context of today, we have one dinner and 11,000 is spent.
Is spent, yes.
You know,
Agree.
but for a life membership of Delhi Management Association, and DMA, why I'm giving you this example, because DMA has this unique, I would say an exclusive, I would say if you're part of DMA, you actually get the license to operate from home.
Oh.
It's in the charter.
Oh.
So, considering all this, nobody is ready to pay 11,000 plus GST. So now, if this is, I mean, I'm just giving you a starting point.
Mm.
If we can reflect on, maybe I don't know whether this example is the correct example as we are setting out, but having seen this and more, we are, so that's what the experiences, which I'm sure all of us are going to share our various experiences. And from there on, we can then formulate, how it's exclusive. You mentioned these 2, 3 very, it's a very, very nice words, exclusivity and, all of this. But how do you make it exclusive? And what do people consider to be exclusive? So
Yeah.
much so that they are ready to pay for it.
Yeah. See, there is another way, Chavi, Naveenji, Sujaya, Rajiv, to think is um, identify a couple of problems, what is the problem that we are trying to solve. This is another way to look at it.
Correct.
If we come from the problem side and say, you know what, this is what I'm feeling, so many of the clubs are not addressing, or so many of the groups or these are the problems of the nation that we would like to solve. Because sitting in Delhi, what I feel is you guys are close to a lot of people there, okay? Because you've stayed there. Let's say if somebody, 4 or 5 people have stayed there. And there are so many of these yojanas and schemes and things like that, which are there for helping people, for startups, for entrepreneurs. Is it all organized, and is there something that an exclusive people think tank can do with all these things?
So,
Like
if you're talking from that perspective,
nation first, when we say, that's why I brought this in.
yeah, so I
Is
can
there
assure
something?
you
Hmm.
that to collect, like, I have been chairing for the past 3 years, for
Hmm.
DMA, the All India Women Entrepreneur Conference and Awards.
Hmm.
Very exclusive. To get an audience of about 250.
Hmm.
I mean, I can tell you it's a challenge of at a different level altogether.
Hmm.
And it's in Habitat Center. It's free,
Hmm.
because we get sponsorships.
Hmm.
Get sponsorships is a challenge of another kind.
Yes.
And now I'm talking of this because, this just now, we just did the last one in December. And we
Hmm.
had about 250
Hmm.
announcements, and we had Kiran Bedi, who was the chief guest, and all of that. But I
Hmm.
can assure you,
Hmm.
if you're going to ask for money, nobody will turn up.
Yeah, agree.
If
You
you
have to give them value and then invite them, then they will come for
So
sure.
even for these if you manage to get these chief guests,
Right.
because people have heard them everywhere.
Correct.
And in a Delhi kind of scenario where, every other day we get invited.
Right.
There is the, FICCI forum, there's I mean,
Correct.
we are like forever getting invited, and it's come to the point that none of us really go till the
Yeah.
time the person, like, say, I was the chair, and so people who are my friends made it a point to come,
Correct.
you know and that
Yeah,
means
events are really, really tough.
that we need to have a close network where you can attract over 200 plus people.
Hmm.
Now, that's a challenge,
Hmm. Hmm.
and of course all of us here are veterans,
Right.
and with 30 years work ex I have behind me,
Sure.
and all of that. So, and I think between all of us, we would have 100 plus years.
But the
So,
question is, Chavi, once you have done that event, would you do it again? Was it so tiring? Did people
no,
show
I
up?
have been chairing. It's an annual thing. So the last three
So they
years,
know there
I
is a
have chaired.
legacy. Okay.
3 years, and this time the one we did was the 14th.
Hmm.
The 14th.
So there's a legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a legacy event and a flagship signature event of DMA.
Correct.
No,
Correct.
but see why I'm talking of this, that so if we are thinking of a club,
Yeah.
see, I'll give you another example. I don't know if
Yeah.
Harvard, Harvard keeps inviting us.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, if we would get an invitation from Harvard,
Yeah.
we would be like, wow, we are in that now, hallowed,
Correct.
whatever, group
But
of
not anymore.
getting.
Not
Now they
anymore.
are calling us and they are saying, please, aa jaoge na? We
Correct.
are calling to reconfirm. We are calling to reconfirm.
Right.
And when you land up there, if it's through a friend or someone who's, you want
Right.
to kind of oblige or whatever. So even at a Harvard event, you will not find anyone.
Yes. Agree.
I mean,
Agree.
I'm sorry now. Now you please, I want to. I'm sure Mr. Jaggi and Mrs. Krishnan, everyone will have their own thoughts on this. So, so this is where I am saying that we need to really think through,
Mm.
because club and why I'm also very deeply into this, because I have headed a business. I set up the wealth management business for a large Indian private sector bank, and
Mm.
to invite people, because segmentation starts in banks, started in
True,
banks,
true, true.
and I'm a 30-year veteran, so
No,
so
very, say making that a segue, Chavi, in Bangalore, we have this huge group of CFOs, okay?
correct.
CFOs, about 250 or 300 people member group, but they're all CFOs, okay?
Ah,
And there is a group called WMG, and it stands for We Make Good. So they do good things, so they've taken a couple of forts to restore. They all run, they are fit. So health is one of the key focus areas, and they do a monthly meetup where they call, from Nirmala Sitaraman to very good people in the author area. 4 people they call, and it's a lot of value for money because it happens in a nice place with a good mid-star, I won't say 5-star dinner, but good dinner. The members, they just walk in. It's only exclusively by invitation, and these are CFOs, right? So once you become a member, after that you just pay for these events when you come. So they charge you like 2,000, 3,000 per event, and people come because they network, they get everything, they get all the value addition for that. But it is exclusively Bangalore, right? So that is the focus is the finance professionals. So
correct.
either the membership should have a focus, or like we were saying, make it exclusive by invitation, 100 people initially, all intellectuals, and with some purpose, either as nation first, or you want to travel, or you want to have art and entertainment, because art is also a very, very exclusive market.
Correct.
So
Very right.
so it depends on if everybody has multiple interests, then we can only call it a think tank. We shouldn't even be calling it a club. Club is more of fun, and that element
Yeah,
is what
that's
it will
right.
be perceived.
This is very important. What is the nomenclature we use?
Yes, yes,
Will actually define and take our, I would say, exclusive set of people that we are hoping to get together,
yeah,
and make it meaningful for everyone.
right. So, Rajivati, you decided on a name, or is it going to be club? You need to clarify that, or is it open to being called anything
Well,
else?
it was originally decided Xena Connect Club. But then when it was circulated all around, they said that Connect Club, these two words now has become very obsolete. This
Yeah,
was very in fashion 10, 20
yeah,
years back.
right.
So
True.
now keep it very simple, Xana and society.
So,
Sorry, Xana and community.
community is always interpreted as for the larger good,
Good. Good. Yeah.
social service. If you say community, that
Yeah.
is what it is perceived as.
Always non for profit kind of a thing.
Correct, correct.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what was suggested. So the first correction I did was Connect Club. I removed it. I made it Xana community. Now, this is again an evolving thing. Ultimately, what everybody suggests, this for the purpose sounds good. We'll keep that.
Avi, the more, if you think of what everybody wants, that there is another way to go little democratic and put 4, 5 things like what we said, right? Entertainment, nation first. What is it that people want to be known for? We have to pick one. We cannot have multiple things to get started. These 100 exclusive people think tank, if we say these two words are okay, then what is it going to be? Xena Bharat type of thing, where nobody
Yeah.
else. So we cannot have
Satya.
it. That will totally, again be in another
But what
level.
about
So
your international people who are there with you?
yes, there are a lot of international people. So no, but if you're
For
working for
Bharat, then it will be.
nation first, yeah, for nation first, then that's another thing. But no, uh, please forget what I said in the last 1 minute. So this word has to be, or it could be X100, for example, Xena 100, X100. That's it. X100 think tank. And look, come from the problem perspective. Throw a problem every month, and then the think tank comes up with solutions and then gives. I don't know. So otherwise, just entertainment, like you mentioned, that would be podcasts, that would be singing. But I don't know if that has legs to run beyond few months.
No, that doesn't. No.
It will not work. Yeah. So
And also to motivate people to take out time and,
yeah,
get
that's what.
involved. And as I said, meaningful work.
Correct.
Hey, we all see we are here, and obviously we've taken out time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what next? No, and when that what next, then it's also about there's too much happening online. There's too
Yeah.
much, like I mean, these podcasts, I mean, people are now getting actually tired.
Yes. Agree. Completely agree.
I mean, we are getting tired. I am getting tired, so I'm sure others are also.
Yes, there's just an oversupply of everything that you say. So it's when you're starting something new, you really, and if it is all going to be this age group, right? So age group also is another thing to be defined. It is what kind of people you co-opt into the um, thing. And I remember there's somebody set up a online group for women, and there's some very, very high achieving women on that group. But I'm yet to see one event or anything being done by that group yet. I've
Yeah.
been part of it when I came into India from Dubai and Saudi. Somebody from BITS said, okay, Sandhya, just become part of this. मैं कहा यार किस चीज का part बन रहे हैं बताओ तो सही कर क्या रहे हो They said no, high
That is
achieving
something.
women.
Yeah.
High achieving women. I said, I have not achieved anything much here, but yes, I've achieved lots in Middle East. But you want to add me, add me. But again, if you think that you're there only to bring in some enthusiasm, great, we can do that. But towards what end? Everybody wants to know that now.
Yeah.
So otherwise, we pick one thing, like and say we are a media and communication house. So we spread that, but that is also so many of them are there outside. So I think what Naveen ji said right in the beginning when we were talking was about this exclusivity of 5 stars. Some of the organizations, if you really want to be exclusive, associate yourself with one or two big venues and meet there physically, that which is not happening now. But again, when you put something up like that, like Chavi said, somebody has to keep calling and making sure everybody comes on that particular day in that place. So it's an event, then it becomes event focused.